everyone, welcome to the first episode of Color for Gold. You're here with India Janelle Ho and
your boy Murray. What's good? What's really good?
We have a very special guest with us today on our very first episode. He hails from Queens, New York.
Yay, yay!
We have here X-yle. Welcome, X-yle.
Hey.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
Oh, so how did you get started? What sparked the flame of you wanting to start a rap career?
Well, what got me started doing the music in the first place was just really finding my niche. I didn't really fit anywhere growing up. No, you know what I mean? Like, you do a little bit of everything. Like, I could play ball, but I wasn't like the ball player, so whatever. So, but when it came to music, it let me have a way to express myself. It felt good. It was a release. I didn't know the inner workings of a career, so I didn't know I was gonna make it a career until I turned like 14 and I met my mentor. So definitely just being able to express myself is what got me started to do music. Period.
Who was your mentor? And
I was just about to ask.
My mentor, Clef B.
Clef B.
I met him through a fellow rapper of mine named Cash in high school. He's known him for a long time, and he brought me over there. And he was able to develop raw talent. I didn't know song structure. I didn't know, 16s and 8s and melodies and everything like that. I didn't know any of that. So for him to take time, almost 4 days out the week, for me to go from school to his studio and learn everything and shape, who X-yle is, the fundamentals of X-yle was something special to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I definitely wouldn't know the fundamentals without Clef. He is the reason why I'm so structured when it comes to how I do my music.
Nice. Now, if you don't mind me asking, how'd you get the name X-yle?
X-yle came from the Bible. Talks of a passage of a guy who got exiled off to an island for something that he did. So I flipped the metaphor into like being on my own way, in my own island. This is X-yle. This is who I am. This is what I do. And the name solidified by all of the work that I've been putting in since I named myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, my next question.
Supposed to have these things ready, man.
You keep your judgments over there.
No, it's mixed with good television.
No, shut up. What? Okay, so
I need to the guest to shut up.
Mixed with good television.
It's an interview. He got to
They
talk.
want to see.
he talks when I tell him, damn it. No, I'm just kidding.
This is how the women in my life treat me. Talks when I tell them to
So
talk.
aggressive.
Yeah, talks when I tell them to talk.
So what kind of difficulties did you have within your career so far? What kind of difficulties did you have in the past, and what kind of difficulties do you have now?
That's a good question, because the difficulties that I had in the past, I make sure that I'm not having them now.
Right.
Because you got to learn from them. The difficulties I had in the past mainly came from being not really knowing much. Like, learning the artist side is one thing, learning the business side is something totally different. So a lot of difficulties were trial and error as far as who to trust, where to go, because my mentor, he can teach me musically sound, what it is to structure songs, that's the third. When it comes to the business side, he taught me as much as he could, but then I'd have to go out and expand on my own, and a lot of things were trial and error. So those are the difficulties that I had then. The difficulties I had now, I don't think I have much.
Oh, that's a good thing.
I don't think I have much other than the usual of, just promoters. Again, I think I'm gonna see that's the thing. The difficulties then I don't have now, because I think I'm a lot more keen on who to trust and not to trust. Like, okay, this person.
Like you said, trial and error.
Trial and error. So The difficulties I had then, for me learning from it, made sure I had less of those now. Any difficulty that I have has to be something new that I haven't gone through yet. You know what I mean? So I can't pick any out the sky at the moment, but if I have any more come up that are fresh, I'll be back.
Cool. All right, so seeing how you have multiple pieces of work, such as Full Moon, Gray Area, Subtle Brag, I actually shot the photo for that, you know what I mean? Subtle Brag. And you also have The Art of Life, so, and your newest tape, Alpha.
Right.
Now, out of those tapes that you have and created, how would you rank them?
Well, let's see, how many, the Alpha makes what, my 7th? Or my 6th?
Oh, wow.
Let me go through it. Thoughts of a New Yorker, The Gray Area, Intoxicated Thoughts, Full Moon, The Art of Life, Alpha. That's 6 albums. So, how to rank them? I'm definitely putting Alpha at the top of the list. Not because it's my most current work, but it feels like my most transformative work. It really signifies the completion of what X-yle is going through via past albums. So that's why I would put Alpha at the top. So I would definitely put Alpha, Full Moon, Intoxicated Thoughts, Gray Area, oh no, I'm lying, I'm sorry. Alpha, The Art of Life.
I was about to say, like, bro,
I'm sorry.
that has to be at least top 3.
Alpha, The Art of Life, Full Moon, Alpha, The Art of Life, Full Moon, Intoxicated Thoughts, Gray Area, and Thoughts from New York.
Okay.
Those would be the order, yeah.
Okay, bet.
That would be the order. The Art of Life was such an artistic piece, so I was just like...
I love a lot of songs on that
Yeah.
album.
I do too.
Like, literally pretty much almost all of them.
Thank you.
That's an amazing album. I'm not just saying that because I want to cover it.
No,
but you're like lyrically, like those songs are amazing. Even the beats, it's
the
just
quality,
like,
production,
everything is just
impact,
great.
like real talk. From my point of view, listening to The Art of Life, the kind of feel that I get from it, it gives me like a New York sort of Good Kid, Mad City vibe. When I hear it, that's the kind of vibe it gives me. It gets me hype. You know what I mean? It makes me want to just get money. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. I like that.
So I when it comes to your music, Art of Life, definitely I gravitate more towards that tape.
Thank you.
No problem, man.
That one, The Art of Life, definitely. Like I said, I call it an artistic piece because it showed a lot of different facets, and I feel like that was a point in my life where I really tapped into more of my creative side, which is why you hear the production the way it is and the sound the way it is, because I was doing a lot of experimenting in a good way, stuff that I'm familiar with, but at the same time, stuff that I'm like, you know what, let me try this and see how this goes, because everybody knows art is subjective. You know what I mean? You pretty much interpret it the way you want it, regardless of what it's named. So that's all I wanted that project to signify. It's subjective, and people took whatever bits and pieces that they wanted from it, and I'm just happy that it was received the way it was.
Oh yeah.
My favorite song on the new album is Corn.
Mine too. Yo, that track is fire, bro.
Thank you.
That track is definitely fire.
Thank you. Again, me experimenting. You know what I mean? But I was like, this is. I feel like Coins is a cheat code because of the sample. everybody knows the sample.
Everyone knows Mario.
Yeah, of course everyone knows
Mario.
the sample, but nobody did it like you did. Like there have been people who did it, but like it's still different from anything else I've heard. And I just really happen to enjoy, twerking in the mirror. Also, another song that I like to twerk into a mirror is actually from the
Art of Life.
Yeah.
Celebrate.
Yeah.
I figured as much. Celebrated to sleep on that album.
All right, so my next question to you is, what rapper influenced you the most, pretty much?
DMX.
Like, DMX, okay.
Influenced me the most. It's the reason why I started rapping. He'll forever be at the top of my list.
Yeah, she showed some love to DMX in the latest project as well.
I did. I took a line. I don't just say that. Everybody caught it.
I mean, I still listen to DMX to this day, you know what I mean?
Not everybody caught it.
Did you get to meet him? You got to meet him.
I opened up for him and got to meet him and chop it up with him, and it was probably the single most dopest feeling I've had. It made the whole journey worth it.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Leading up to there, I said to myself, if I died tomorrow, I'd be cool with just that. Because I met the person not every day you meet the person that inspires you.
Yeah.
That you grew up listening to this person, and they felt so out of reach, and then to come full circle and meet that person. Like,
you must have been starstruck.
What do you do after? Yeah, I was a group. Hell yeah, yes, I was a group. DMX, what the fuck? Yes, I was a group. I don't care. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, care. But it was a dope moment, and that is like forever embedded in here. Like, if nothing else, like I said, I could die tomorrow. That moment right there, beautiful. Perfect.
That moment you was like, yo, this is it.
Perfect for me. It was.
Now, being a rap artist, what are your favorite things about rapping? Like, what do you enjoy most about doing music? Performing.
I love the stage so much. Like when COVID hit, I ain't gonna lie, I'm like, damn, I gotta sit in the house. Like I didn't mind sitting in the house because I'm used to it, but to not be able to step on a stage and feel that energy, it hit me different.
Feel like a piece that you was missing.
Like for a whole year. Hence why Alpha came out. Cause I was in the house for a whole year and I'm like, all right, what are we gonna do? We can't really go outside. Performances are shut down. I was supposed to go tour Europe. Unfortunately, that got all shut down. So it gave me a time to sit, reevaluate, and then come back to the drawing board with Alpha. But performing is something that I hold dear to me. Like I covered that really high. Just because, again, I love the energy. I love the feeling. I love releasing all of that. You know what I mean? So definitely perform.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Now, do you have any dream places you would like to perform at?
Summer Jam.
Okay.
Grammys. And my own festivals that I plan on. Those probably be my top 3.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Everywhere else would be, you know what I mean, would be a given. But I would say definitely those I feel would solidify milestones in my life, certain milestones.
Okay. My next question. What are you have a lot of work. You say you have 7 albums?
6.
6 albums, sorry about that. You have 6 albums.
With mixtapes in between.
And I'm pretty sure you have features too.
Yeah.
So out of all the tracks that you've recorded, what would you say are like your top 3 favorite tracks ever?
Ooh, wow. Top 3 ever. Okay. Damn.
My bad, I hit you with this.
Nah, that's a good one. It's gonna make me delve deep. All right, so off of Full Moon, Keep Up.
I like that one too.
Keep Up was a shock to me. When I wrote it and recorded it, I didn't think of it as a potential single, but the response it was getting, I was like, oh, okay, cool. So Keep Up, definitely. Wow. Off Alpha, it would probably have to be between Gangsta Shit and Room. I had fun doing those.
What made it fun, if you don't mind me asking?
Just be able to flex my lyrical ability. I definitely have fun with that. Damn, if I had to pick a third, I gotta dig deep for that one. Because I recorded so much material and the things that I don't consider my favorite won't ever see the light of day. Like I'm not one of those artists that I feel like I gotta put everything out because I recorded it. If it don't sound right, if it don't feel right, I'll just be like, all right, well this can go over there in the stash, and I'll forget all about it. And what I come out with is what I'm sticking with. So to pick a third, I don't know. It's gonna be hard to pick a good third.
All right, so let me ask you the question like this then. Which track that you recorded gave you like the best memory?
Ooh, the track that I recorded that gave me the best memory.
Like if you had a fire ass studio session, the vibe was good, just everything was on point.
Bunch of Goats off of The Art of Life with me, Army, and Josh Jacobs. That.
Yeah, I went off on that track.
I love that.
Yeah, I went off on that.
That's one of my favorites too.
I like getting in the studio with people that we challenge each other. So normally how we do it, if anybody knows an issue or whatever, half the time everybody's got different schedules or whatever, so people will record their verses or hooks and they'll send it in or whatever. So you don't really get the same feel as opposed to all of us in the studio.
Yeah, you don't get that chemistry.
And I demanded, listen, I don't care what y'all doing, pick a night, we all have to be there. All of us have to be there. And that's what happened. And we just recorded our verses and it was just like, wow. It was the session was fucking electric. Like it was dope. And just all three of us who were top caliber MCs to just go off on a record that way in the indie scene, it was dope.
So, tell me, what do you hope to accomplish within your music career in the future? Like, what is your next step? What is that step you want to get over?
Definitely completely living off my music. That's probably the goal. Like, everybody is concerned with being famous and views, likes, and this, and ultimately, yeah, those things translate into financial gain. But if I could accomplish all of that stuff without having to be quote unquote famous, I'd be fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be fine with that.
I agree.
You know what I mean? So that is the goal, is to be able to live off of my dream, live off my art. I worked hard for it, why not?
You're definitely talented as fuck.
Facts.
Well, thank you.
Facts.
Thank you. I try. Mixed with a little ambition.
You got bars, bro. You got fucking bars.
Thank you. I don't know half the shit I be coming up with half the time, to be honest with you. I had one of my friends a couple weeks back. I did the little listening thing for my album Alpha, and I had my friends come up to me and was like, "How do you come up with some of the stuff that you say?" I'm like, "I'll be honest with you, I don't even know." And I'm not even trying to be cute. It's just like, I hear something and I feel it, and I know what I want to convey from it. So the fact that I can still attract people that way and they're really listening to the words that I say is dope to me. It's dope. It's dope.
It is dope because I feel like nowadays people have such a short attention span when it comes to music, and plus songs are getting a lot shorter.
Yeah.
Which me personally, I hate.
Like
It's done, yeah.
a minute and 30 seconds.
You got a verse and a hook and that's it.
And that's it.
I'm like, what?
It just shows the lack of development, I believe. It shows the lack of what's the word?
Creativity.
Creativity.
Do
Shows
you
the lack of
feel
creativity.
that in the mainstream that creativity is kind of stifled? Like they kind of don't want it to grow? Sometimes I feel like that because they're always like repeating the same thing, and there's so much talent like yourself out there.
Right.
You know, you give actual stories, bars, you know, things to listen to.
Well, I say it like this. My story is not necessarily everybody else's story that can relate to. So when it comes to the more mainstream artists, they have their own story. They compact it into a minute and 30 seconds, but that's them.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that it is oversaturated with the same sound.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, that sound was created, somebody started it, and then people just follow it. So I definitely feel like there's a lot less creatives and more copiers, for sure.
Noisemakers.
Yeah, basically. Basically. And then a year or 2 years, you'll see who's left standing and who's gone. What's up?
So, my friend X-yle, could you please tell the people where they can find you, where they can find your music, how they can support you?
My website, IamXyle.com, IAMXYLE.com, Twitter and Instagram, XYLENYC. You can follow me on Spotify, X-YLE, Shazam, X-YLE,
Amazon Music.
Amazon Music. I'm everywhere. Google X-yle, Google X-YLE, everything will pop up. I'm literally everywhere. That's it.